If I had the ability to do it, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
If I had the goddamn teeth, I'd take you outside, kick my own damn ass.
You come on here, and you bash me.
No,
and it's very obvious you two guys are out of work and you want the afternoon shift around here. It's the most tasteless thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm driving to work. I have a show to do, and I'm getting ticked off at you. If I had the ability to do it, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
Well, I think ability is probably the key word.
I hope it's in my key. You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You might be king, you might possess the world and all its gold, but gold won't buy you happiness when you're growing old. The world's still the same, you'll never change it, as long as the stars shine above. Well, you're nobody till somebody. You'll find yourself somebody, not just anybody. Find yourself somebody to love. Thank you. Okay.
And a little Toad episode last night again, a little frog story. After watching a not-too-bad movie called Overexposed with some people I never heard of before, I thought it was pretty good. I give it about a 6.5, 7. George says about a 2. What the hell do you know? He's got a crappy attitude lately. We better straighten him out. He'll have a better attitude on Friday because Rick and Suds are doing their show at Atlantis, and he'll have to be here all the way till 6 o'clock. Sitting in there just chomping at the bit to get out of here. Anyway, so I watched the movie, which is pretty good. I'm going to bed, let the dogs out. And they come inside, and guess what? They're foaming at the mouth. Probably ran into one of the WID salespeople in the backyard, huh? Could have been. No, they ran into another one of those bufo frogs. Now, the big dog, he just rinsed his mouth out real quick, and when you weigh 94 pounds, it doesn't make too much difference. He's just fine. But my little dog, who weighs 8 pounds, he's like herky and jerky and jumping around and just going nuts. And I rinsed his mouth out and made him a little better. And then he started whining and yelping. So I take him to the 24-hour vet up on University and McNabb. And they give him about 25 shots and put him all back in shape. You know the dog is sick when you take him in there and there's some old hound dog sitting on the floor and he pays no attention to him at all because my little dog goes nuts over any other dog. And fixed him up in about 20 minutes, good as brand new, falls asleep. In fact, they give him a little sedative to calm his ass down, falls asleep in my lap on the drive back to the house, and I take him back in. Now, keep in mind, I got both of these dogs the same day, about like 2.5 years ago. They're both just over 2.5 years old. They were little puppies. Brought them home the same day. One weighs 94 pounds, the other one weighs 8 pounds. And I brought the little dog home, who was practically in a coma by that time from the sedative, and you would have thought these dogs have been separated for 5 years. Just clawing and scratching to get that door open so they could just jump and chase each other all over the house. Just amazing. Now, the reason I bring this story up, by the way, bufo, I think probably is short for buffalo. That's what I've been told, which probably is true, because they're nasty, disgusting, grotesque things, and they're all over the place now. Not only do we have gigantic killer mosquitoes this year, but the toads and the frogs are like as big as Massachusetts. They're enormous. They're gross. So anyway, the reason I bring it up and play the Alex Bennet thing there is because it was just over a year ago, about 1.25 years ago at this time. What does that mean, 1.25 years ago at this time? That Alex Bennet came to town. Came in his Miata, watching television. And he was the wimpiest kind of guy I ever knew in my life. Well, he just had that real, I don't know. And he had Penn Jillette on with him, his good buddy from Penn and Teller, that first day that he's on the air. And of course, that happened to be the day I came in and told the story about my dog who was much sicker last year. I mean, nearly died from the poison. And I talked about it, and then we had all these yentas calling in about it, having a nervous breakdown. And he did 4 hours ripping me because I was supposed to be this big hotshot Miami radio superstar, and they came into town listening, waiting to hear this really exciting, hot, funny show, and all they heard was this jackass talking about his dog almost died. So needless to say, Alex and I got off. Boy, you've lost just incredible amounts of weight. If you would cut off that schmutzy hair, now that you grew hair in the front, seriously, he'd look almost human. Mitch Lewis is just, how much did you lose now? 35 pounds. What an ass. I can't stand that. Can't handle these people. They're just like it melts off their body. And you did it on Nutrisystem too, didn't you? Boy, that's amazing. But anyway, what the hell was I just talking about before I get distracted about Alex? I know. Listen, I appreciate the help, but I have like a general idea. It's Tuesday, and I know what building I'm in. Other than that, forget it. And he got all bent out of shape over the fact I was talking about the dog nearly dying. Well, to me, I mean, it was a big deal, okay? To a lot of other people out there had similar experience. And then, of course, when you sampled his show for the following weeks, hearing about letterbox format on video discs. I mean, if you go out and buy a disc player, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the biggest waste of money you've ever invested in your life. You might as well go to the track and bet it all on the longest shot on the board to win, as opposed to buying a video disc player. They're just a waste of time. I mean, the resolution just isn't that much greater than, on for example, a Super VHS VCR. Not a big deal. And if you want to watch a movie that looks like it's been squashed, like it's been stepped on by Fat Rich on both ends, and all squashed down in the middle, be my guest. So quite frankly, I think it's more entertaining to talk about Bufo toads for 4 hours every day than listen to the crap he had to peddle.
If I had the ability to do it, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
Although I will say this, as I look back in retrospect, I do miss those melodious tones.
I hope it's in my key.
Idiotic.
You're nobody till somebody loves you.
Idiotic.
Okay. Anyway, it's 11 after 10. Also, yesterday, 5:45, I received a frantic call, well, nearly frantic, from my mother, who says, Nels. She's having a nervous breakdown because her cable, I don't know how it took her till 5:45 yesterday to discover it. Her cable's all screwed up because she lives in Hollywood where they're unfortunate enough to have store cable, which we discussed ad nauseum yesterday. And she's having a fit because she's trying to find Geraldo. Well, keep in mind, this is 5:45, which means for 45 minutes she's been flipping all around those channels. All I can find is the news. I can't find Geraldo. What am I going to do? I mean, she was just apoplectic. So I said, call those assholes up tomorrow. And first she wanted to go down there. And I heard some woman call Rick and Suds. I was on my way home yesterday. And say that she went down there with a box because she thought her box was all screwed up. And they were standing on line like it was the early bird on special sale at the Rascal House. They were lined up for like 1,000 blocks. So I said, forget about going down there. Call them up and demand that they send you out another schedule in the mail. I could have told her to turn on Channel 9 and write down the list, but that would have been too easy. So needless to say, if Mommy is all hysterical about store cable, there are lots and lots of people out there who are suffering from serious consternation and or constipation today all over this town because of those slime balls at store cable. You know, Jim Bozo, and that is his name, he's the head honcho. I used to have him on the air years ago when I did all those topical boring shows, and every now and then we do a show on cable TV and have the different honchos on from cable systems. And his name is Jim Bozo. That's his real name. He's the head guy at store.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I wanted to talk to you about bridges,
About
cars,
what?
and boats that you talked about earlier.
About what?
Bridges, cars, and boats.
No, we're talking about bridges over the causeway, not the ones in your mouth.
I don't have any, my friend.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Calm down,
Over
sir. Take a
causeway,
deep
fine
breath.
and dandy. Those are regulated by the United Corps of Engineers. You knew that, didn't you?
No.
Well, it is. All bridges over navigable waterways.
See, if
are
I
regulated
knew
by
that, I wouldn't have been asking, see?
What's that?
I said if I knew the answer to the question, I wouldn't have asked it in the first place.
Okay, well, all I'm saying, sir, is that the United States Corps of Engineers are the ones that regulate bridges over navigable waterways.
Over what?
Navigable waterways.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's up to them to decide what time
Yeah.
the bridges should not be open to the marine traffic.
Yes? And what time should they not be open to marine traffic, sir?
I'm telling you that they come up with the times.
Well, what is the time?
I believe it's at rush hour times, sir. that they are not open to marine traffic. Other than that, they are open to marine traffic.
So in other words, any schlep with a boat can come along and back up traffic for 2 miles.
That is absolutely correct, sir.
Well, what kind of a communist bunch of crap is that?
That is not a communist bunch of crap, sir.
Sounds like some kind of Neanderthal fascist Tommy Pinko
You've got
conspiracy
5,000
to me.
automobiles to one boat.
Right, exactly.
Now the boat is going to stop for 5,000 cars? Is that it?
No, I think that 50,000 cars ought to stop for one jackass in his boat. I think that's what they ought to do.
Man, you better know your laws, mister, because you sure don't.
That's right.
I suppose you want the damn bridges closed to boat traffic in a hurricane, too.
I want the bridges closed, period, okay? I want them closed. I want the bridge tender to go home and watch MTV and get the hell out of our lives.
In other words, you
I
don't
want
like
those
the boat,
bridges
do you?
closed. Let them use the Julia Tuttle, okay?
You don't
Let them
like-
use
you
the
don't- you
MacArthur
don't like the
Causeway.
boat, do you?
I think they ought to go on the George Washington Bridge and jump all the bridge tenders. How do you like that, sir?
Well, I don't know about you, but you sound like some stupid, idiotic jerk. Well, I don't know about you, but you sound like some stupid, idiotic jerk. Stupid, 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 idiotic jerk. Stupid, idiotic jerk.
10:16 at WIOD. We have a major celebrity on the phone now, so we don't mess around with any time-wasting bits and stuff. We get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. A legend in the broadcasting industry, a legend in the Hawaiian shirt-wearing contests from coast to coast.
Hello.
Who is this?
Neil, how are you today?
Oh, this is... I said to George, I said, is this Sonny Fox? And he said, yes. I thought it was Sonny Fox. I put you on?
Neil.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Get out of here. You're a slyball.
just
Sonny
a
from the
minute.
market?
Neil, you got me very confused.
I thought it was my Ox. I thought it was somebody important.
You got me. No, I'm not important, but you got
You're
me
a
so
shine
confused.
artist. You got more excuses than Carter's got lever pills.
Oh man, but you're the guy that's confusing the whole deal.
You got more excuses than our sales department's got hemorrhoids.
Well, let's not talk about your sales department.
Let's not.
Because they're not my favorite.
Yeah, really. Well, we got something in common anyway.
That's
They're
right.
the best, okay?
Neil.
They kick ass. They're
Neil.
each other's.
I know you've told me that you're a diabetic.
Yeah,
Can you not eat the fresh fruit that I send you?
that's correct.
Well, then I won't send it.
Right.
I
Well,
thought you-
hey, listen, I never stopped it before. Let me just say something to you, okay?
Sure.
Do you know what I like the best?
Tell me.
Forget about when I said about the T-factor diet, which is I like that a lot.
Right.
That didn't mean you should stop sending the great stuff you were sending before. There's not enough fat in all of that put together to amount to a pea hole in the snow, as somebody I know would say.
That's right.
So don't worry. When you went from one extreme to the other and then all of a sudden started with a slice of onion and 2 carrot sticks, that wasn't exactly my idea of a gourmet salad.
Well, first of
Now,
all,
what happened yesterday? What's your excuse for today,
I
Sonny?
have no excuse, but you have so many people sending you so many great salads and food. I thought that one day that I didn't send it, you wouldn't miss it.
Oh, man.
Well, listen,
You know something? I don't think it was a bufo toad at all in my backyard. I think Sonny was in the yard last night, and the dogs both were foaming at the mouth. Because you make me foam at the mouth, I'll tell you that.
well,
You're
let me
so
tell
full
you,
of it.
one day you tell me that you enjoy those raspberries and fresh blueberries.
I do, but I'm not supposed to eat them. I enjoy having like a hot fudge sundae on caramel crisp ice cream, too, but that don't mean I can eat it.
Well, that's why I'm confused. I don't know what to send you anymore.
Oh, man, this man is so full of crap. Did you have any complaints all those other days?
Listen,
Were there
you-
any complaints?
How many times did you brag about that antipasto I send you? And then I found out that you said, don't send any more of that. I don't want it.
Who the hell said that?
You did on the air.
You're full of crap.
Here now. I'm telling you, I heard you say that. The same as the plantains and the same as the other day I sent you those beautiful berries, and I heard you say, who wants my fruit?
Exactly.
Well, now, Neil.
Well, I wasn't talking about the berries.
Oh, excuse me.
Sonny, you're so full of crap.
No.
It's just, why do you lower yourself, demean yourself to this level where you like grovel on the air? Why don't you just send? I mean, if you're going to send, which in addition to which I'll pay for it. I have no problem. I'm not looking for a freebie.
All right, send me
I'll pay
$100.
for it.
I'll give you credit.
Yeah, right.
Listen, it's my pleasure to send you our fresh salad.
You're full
believe
of
me.
crap, Sonny.
And if you want me to feed all
You're
your...
full of crap. I don't want you to feed. Listen to me, please.
Yes.
Do you want a salad, George? George would like one. George deserves one. He's underpaid.
send
He's a great
everybody
guy.
there if you-
No! Listen to me.
Sure.
Stop trying to be a big shot to make up for yesterday being an asshole, okay? Listen to me.
If I had the ability to do, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
One for me and one for George, period. The rest of these people, like I said before, what really bugs me is, like, if I get something in here that somebody sends me, there are certain people in this building who automatically assume that it's my obligation to feed them. Well, when does their show come on? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So the hell with them.
Well,
I'm not going to play this game. And then if you bring in 3 or 4, then there's like 20 other people. Well, where's ours? Screw them. Let them go out and buy lunch, okay?
Now
They got
you're
nothing but
talking my
time on their
language.
hands.
If I
They're not
want-
doing any work in this
Listen,
place.
With great respect, all your colleagues and contemporaries there, if I want to feed the world, I can, bring them all in here. There's 1,000 out there that'll
If you want to give free salads out, go down to Camilla's house and help those people down there. They need it a lot more than
Well,
these
believe
people
me, I
out here in
send
the
them a lot
building, or
of-
I do for that matter.
I do send them a lot of
Don't
fresh-
start sucking around now. Come
But
on.
I'm going to send you and George a fresh salad.
Oh, man.
And
See, I told you. Did you hear that?
That's right. But I don't know what is right and what is wrong.
That's obvious.
So that's
First
right.
of all, having that white hair like that is wrong. I'll tell you that.
Enough of the sucking.
Right.
All right.
I'm
All
telling
right,
you,
Neil.
I love... Listen to me.
Yes, sir.
You come on here,
Mm-hmm.
and you bash me.
Something to say to you in closing, Sonny.
Yes.
See ya.
See ya.
21 after 10. I thought it was my sock, so I immediately rushed right to the call. And I had a carton here that was left in my box that I wanted to hear what it said.
Hey, Neil. I'm the guy you love to rip on. I'm Miami's own, Scotty Mac.
Oh, jeez. What a twerp. What a real twerp. I am so sick and tired of hearing about Miami's own. Miami. What does that mean? Who cares? He's a twerpy little board-op who sits in there and picks his nose and comes in here and screws up all the carts when Graveline's kids and his friends aren't in here doing it on Saturday morning. And yes, the word is out all over the building. The guy comes in here to do a 4-hour show, or 4.5, whatever it is, Saturday morning, once a week, 4 hours. Why is it necessary? This isn't a circus. It's not a playground. It's a place of work. It's a radio station. Why is it necessary for him to bring his kids and his ex-wife and his girlfriend and boyfriend and 20 people in here playing with the carts like it's a playground? This ain't a playground. It's a place of business, Graveline, you jackass. Now, what is that call from Hollywood all about? Hello?
Oh, yeah. But, hi, Neil.
Yeah. I mean, you were last on the line, but I was just piqued my curiosity when I saw the topic.
Well, you were talking to Sonny, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
thought it was going to be Sonny Vox, but it was old white-haired Sonny.
Is that the Sonny that we see on TV?
Yeah.
Margaret?
Uh-huh. Sonny, you've heard of the greengrocer? That's Joe Carcione. This is Sonny, the white-haired grocer.
Well, no, Joe died, right? So Sonny's left. But I don't...
Joe died?
Joe Carcione, didn't he
Joe
die?
Carcione died?
I thought he died.
No.
He didn't die?
Come on. Did he? Too many of those poison berries, I think.
But what I want to know is why you lambasting old Sonny?
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. It sounded like you were giving him a hard time.
Giving him the raspberries. That's right, because he deserves it, because he's a freeloading fool.
Oh. Well, that's what I always wanted to know. Like sometimes we listen to you and you razz somebody and then
It's a radio show, sir. It's part of the radio show. He enjoys it. He loves the publicity. We can call him every name in the book, and he loves it because he's an egotistical, egomaniacal douchebag, okay? He loves it. It's just a radio show. Don't take everything so seriously.
Actually, I don't take it seriously. It's the only way I can get in. Get an early shot here on the radio.
Yeah.
Now, I love you.
I'll tell you one thing. These people, this must be like Monday, because for Monday, yesterday, we had a sensational Monday. The phones were jammed for 4 hours. Today, they're jammed, and then they're all dropping off in a hurry like they usually do on Monday. 1 minute I look down, every line is lit, then all of a sudden half of them drop off. Then I look down, they're all lit again, then they're like ants in their pants Tuesday, I guess. Or maybe they're killing toads in the backyard.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Or maybe the mention of Alex Bennett's name chased a couple of them away. That's possible. I don't know.
Well, let me close it. Have you been at, you been to Calder lately?
I haven't been to Calder yet, this meeting, no.
Because they really did a good job on that second floor up there. Boy,
Yeah.
it really makes it a pleasure to lose your money.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Well, that's what I hear. I hear it looks sensational.
It really did.
Oh, here's the Body by Soloflex spot. Gotta go, sir.
Okay, sir.
See ya. Do you have that promo? The traffic one?
Sea Wipes, the brand new working. Skywatch 610 traffic with 3-plane coverage.
Okay, I
It
can't
takes 3 planes to
handle it
bring
anymore. That's it. When I hear that bap, bap, beep, beep. Oh, God, those are nauseating. I do notice that 400-second promo disappeared for how you dial star 70 before you call so you don't get the call waiting. That insipid piece of crap that went on for like 5.5 minutes, like slapping the audience in the face. And I'm going to tell you another thing since I'm on a roll this week. Yesterday, at the beginning of their show...
This is WIOD's Dave.
Get him off. Yesterday, at the beginning of their show, I hear Rick and Suds lamenting the fact that, was he hanging around? Was he looking in here? Because they said he was in there. was jumping all over their ass about how they have to say 610 WIOD, News Talk, or whatever the hell it is, like 80 million times an hour. When I first came here, Bill Wise tried to give me the same crap and wrote a stupid memo about that, which I read on the air and just ripped him to pieces. You see, this business of promoting inside, everybody who's listening right now knows they're listening to WIOD, okay? They know the dial's on 610. They know it's WIOD. They know I'm Neil Rogers. They know it's George and Nair. It's Rick and Suds. It's Ranieri. They know that. Recycling the same audience over and over again doesn't get the job done. See, so it's instead of going out there and promoting the people we got on the air and what we really do here, instead they put up those stupid news, weather, and traffic billboards that give us no promotion whatsoever, and then they put the monkey on our back. That's the old GTR monkey. They stick it on our back. Okay, it's your fault. You guys aren't not enough station ID here. They don't know what station it is. Yeah, they know what station it is. Phil Costin just came in. He said Joe Carcione be dead. So he thinks. He's pretty sure. Not positive. So dead or alive. There's a good one for you, Chuck, when you come back on Saturday morning. Chuck, by the way, not too happy. The Pirates didn't win yesterday. Of course, they didn't play. But he was walking around with a real surly look on his face this morning. So it has to be either because I parked in the news space again. That's my space out there, by the way. I'm only here 4.5 hours a day. So now it's my space. I've appropriated it, whether they like it or not. In addition to it, they shouldn't be in here anyway. They should be out getting news, right? Miami. Hello? Boy, these calls are choking me up. Either that or these cheap cigars. Miami's gone? Okay, your loss, not ours. One open line in Dade, 751 WIOD, and one in Broward, 524. Boynton Beach on the Star Line. Whoops, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil.
How you doing?
Oh, I thought this was Lee.
Lee?
Yeah, this is J&O?
No.
Oh,
wrong number.
I guess it didn't win the Saddam Hussein toilet paper.
Is that what they're doing?
No, I heard during the war they were doing something stupid
Well,
like
that's
that.
pretty exciting. You know, that's a major market radio up there at J&O. That's a big time.
Yeah, I got sick of him a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, please play the, please.
No chance.
Oh, you got those...
You haven't even said hello.
Well,
you
hello.
started out trying to be funny with some crap about Lee Fowler and his look-alike toilet paper, which, quite frankly, he can wipe his own. And you haven't even been, made an attempt to say anything. You get right to the bit, which is good. That's good. You're not sucking around.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want? What do you want?
Those, speaking of those promos for the news...
Yeah.
Which sound like, music they play during 72 Dolphin game clips.
Yeah.
Those things Rick and Suds did up.
That's their stuff. I don't play their stuff.
You don't?
Call them and ask them for it.
Why don't you do it anyway?
I'm not going to do it because I don't think... You mean the one about Henry? I don't think they're funny. I don't like those at all. I don't.
I heard the one
I don't
where
like him. If I liked him, I'd steal it. But I'm certainly not going to steal material I don't like. I think they're mediocre at best.
It's a real shame you guys... I imagine you got it's bad radio to rip your own spots on the station.
To rip what?
Rip your own spots.
Rip our own spots?
Yeah, the commercials.
No, we don't rip our commercials, believe me.
I'll tell you that. You could do 50 hours a day on that.
Well, that's great, but we don't.
I know. But if you could.
Well, we're here. We're horrors, sir. We're here to make a living, and however we can do it, that's what we're going to do.
I know.
Have a great life.
You too.
Wow. 10:53. This cigar is just killing me over here. Wow. Look at that. I might have been from a Bufo toad or something. Two open lines in Broward, 524 WIOD, 524-9463, Palm Beach.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
It's the caretaker. Did you get my, I sent you something in the mail.
What are you screaming for?
I'm sorry, sir.
Boy.
I sent you a thing in the mail.
Man,
it was
hysterical.
the thing on the Chicago Cubs versus New York. Did you get it?
No.
Well, it's in the mail.
Chicago Cubs versus New York.
Well, in other words, there was it's by this guy, this
guy, this dude,
whatever
this
he
schmuck,
is.
yeah.
Mike Rizzo or Mike something. Somebody sent him a letter.
Frank
about,
Rizzo?
No, he's a reporter. But anyway, it's something to do with.
Which reminds me, when they were having the baptism scene in the church in Godfather 1, and the priest is dunking that schmutz. No, listen to me. And he says to Michael Corleone, he calls him Michael Ritzy, doesn't he? Isn't that what he calls him?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know.
What is that?
Well, it's a little something. Listen.
Wait, George is giving me a perplexed look. Don't you remember the baptism scene in Godfather 1, and he's got the little ladle, and he's doing this archaic crap?
Yeah.
And he says, Mike, do you this and do you that? Yeah, I do this. And he says, Michael Rizzi. Well, what is that? His name was Michael Corleone. What's Rizzi?
Do you know what George?
Maybe he knew Frank Rizzo.
Do you know what George's name is in Spanish?
Jorge. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
Boy, that's really educational.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Listen, this article, you got to read it because it's there.
How is it possible to have so many stupid people
you
walking around on a loose?
Inundated with mail. They must send you things from worldwide.
No, they don't.
Because you're big time.
No, I'm not inundated with anything.
Well, a little something.
Except crap.
Exactly. I had another thing on
like
here.
Very recently.
Listen, Neil.
Yeah.
One thing, man. I want to invite you. Guess what I'm doing? I'm house sitting on a $3 million estate. They went to Maine. What is that?
What?
What was that in the background?
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm inviting you up, just you, okay, to stay with me in my estate.
I don't want to stay with you at your estate or anybody else's.
Listen, you'll love it. It's on the
No, I won't love it.
Yes, you will.
No.
You can bring the dogs.
I don't want to bring the dogs.
All
You've
right.
got enough problem in my heart. Sir, have a great life,
Listen,
and
I'm gonna
look
call
for your
somebody a
thing in the
schmuck
mail. Oh.
Listen.
What?
Neil, one more thing. I want to, please. You remember I called last week and I said
Yeah, I
something?
sure do, and boy, it's really just driving me nuts.
It's out of your mind.
Say goodbye, sir.
No, 1 second.
Say goodbye.
I want to call.
10:55. I couldn't handle another second. I just couldn't take it. 10:55 at WIOD on a great Tuesday. It's a hell of a day, man. It's fantastic. You know, Maria Gennaro this morning on those cut-ins where they do the local, thank you, Adam, you're a great American. Okay, we'll see you a little later. What was she saying? Oh, George, just relax. George is getting jealous. What was it? Maria Gennaro, she does those cut-ins with the temperatures in the morning on the CBS Morning News, which I don't care what anybody says. I do like that show, although they did a very tacky, a horrendous interview with that poor little 14-year-old kid who's got AIDS over in Sarasota, and he's marrying a 16-year-old girlfriend, and they had the mother and the other mother, and the one weighed 600 pounds on the sofa. I mean, why don't they just get up off the couch, say, hey, mind your own business and go to hell and walk off the set? You know, I mean, get lost with that stuff. But she says this morning, she says, it's going to be hotter than Hades. She's predicting like 91 to 94 for today. And I'm telling you, Maria, one of these days soon is going to say, it's going to be hotter than hell. Come on, Maria, you can do it. And a whole audience out there is just going to get up and do it like a Bronx cheer. They're all going to do something like that in the background or one or the other. Here's a lady in South Miami.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
Neil, you know that your radio station, Snooze?
It does what?
Your radio station that you used to call Snooze?
Yeah.
What happened over there?
Oh, they disappeared.
Jerry's not there anymore.
No, Jerry's not there. Jerry went to that big light bulb in the sky. He's on WFTL. You couldn't hear it there for $1 million.
Where the hell is WSO?
WFL.
Oh, for God.
We found the losers, and believe me, in his case, they were sure right about that.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, you know, since...
Things just aren't what they used to be, are they?
Oh,
Since those good old days,
you
it's
know,
just gone to hell in a handcasket.
outside of your station...
There ain't nothing.
WQAM...
Right.
It's a radio's a wasteland.
It's like a gigantic radio cesspool, isn't it?
It's awful.
It's horrendous.
I mean, you have nobody to listen to or anything.
Yeah, well, thank God for us, right?
Absolutely.
Hallelujah.
I've never become a sports fan.
Good for you.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's a vast wasteland. Thank you, Neil.
Okay, you hang in there. It's going to get a lot worse.
More fun in your morning with Burton's people. The new Q95.
Good morning. It's the Dick Burton Show.
Get out and stay out!
And a big howdy-do to you.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to have you with us. Welcome to a Wednesday, the 7th day of October. This is your friend and his Dick with you between now and 10 o'clock. Good morning, Ankles. How are you today? Nice to have you with us. 5 o'clock in the morning. The cutting crew. Well, it's good to begin with a laugh. I always say the cutting crew does I've been in love before.
Okay, it's 11:06. The reason I was getting into that cut is that somewhere on there is the thing with the greengrocer and in honor of Joe Carcione being dead. Even though it's, a couple of years, he probably ain't even mildly warm anymore, but we'll probably play that. 6 minutes after 11, I want to thank Sonny profusely. Well, Sonny Jr. actually came over and he says, if my dad gives you any more flack, just tell me and I'll beat the crap out of him. And I think it couldn't hurt at this point. Now, let me just... Oh, here it's even got your name on it, George. Ooh, look at that. Boy, that's a nice-looking salad for George there. And there's a beautiful banana that Laura might want. Oh, I thought you were coming in here to take that to George. I understand why you just sat your ass down on a chair. And here, look at this. What is this? No fat, no sugar. What is that? Looks a papaya. Well, that's good. That's perfect for you. Papaya's got a brand new bag. And here's mine. Okay, everybody's got theirs, and that's it. And anybody else in the building who didn't get theirs, too bad, because we don't share, all right? It's 11:07 at WIOD. We got Frankenstein on the line here.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Okay.
Went to a couple of things. Went
couple
to the
of
Quarter
things.
Horses
Well,
Friday
that's
night,
good. Yep.
And you might have to dump it if I told you what I thought.
No. Don't start with that.
Terrible.
I already had to dump your friend the other day. Don't start with this. You might have to dump it, crap. Clean up your act.
No. I'm just kidding. You know, I didn't like it.
Clean up your act, or we're going to put you on the laboratory table again. Okay?
Ban me like Gilbert. No, I really didn't. I didn't think it was that great. It was okay. The simulcasting is cool, but
the simulcasting is great.
Yes.
And the other
we got
is
baseball. I can't believe you didn't get any calls yesterday. We're getting baseball. It's
hey, listen, this crowd don't give a crap about anything, okay?
We're going to get a weekend.
They're still calling up the sports talk, asking how come the Hurricanes, didn't win the national championship last year.
1993, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. National League, Cubs are going to come down. Mets
Yes,
are
sir.
going to come down. It's going to
Right.
be great.
It'll be tremendous.
And I heard that Darling, they might get Darling because he's going to be. There's certain players that are like.
We don't want any pitcher named Darling, okay, sir?
It'll be like a mini New York Mets down here.
No, let's hope
Davey
not.
Johnson.
No. How about Zimmer?
Yeah, Zimfar. How about Zimfar?
How about Don Zimmer?
Holy cow!
Wouldn't that be great?
How about Harry Carey?
And then we'll just kind of pick the Cubs one by one, and we'll have the Cubs here. We'll have Mark Grace and Sandberg, and Dunstan's unhappy. We'll have all the Cubs. Mike Barlecki, Greg Maddox.
No, I'd rather have the Mets.
Hector Villanueva.
And I've got a little mini spy report. It's kind of funny you had somebody call and mention JNO last hour, but that's what it's about. I was listening to your buddy Lee yesterday, I guess.
Who?
And, Lee Fowler, just for a couple of minutes, and he had a promo on, and he said, tune in tomorrow for 3 hours of non-topical talk. You seem to enjoy it today. And then he played, that bubble sound that you have, that... I can't really make the noise, but like those bubbles going...
Bubbles?
Yeah, I don't know. You have it on cart, but it sounds like bubbles popping. He played it, the exact same thing you did.
Oh, yeah. No, he probably recorded it right off this show.
Huh?
He probably recorded it right off this show.
He rips everything off from you. I can't believe the guy has no shame at all. Yeah, that's it. I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a Sally Fitz card.
Did he have any audience? What are his ratings like?
I have no idea. Yeah. Well, what do you worry about that station in that market? It's not worth worrying about. It's like asking me about how the station in Belglade is doing. It's meaningless.
Well, I live in West Palm, so when I get home, I turn on Jack Cole. And,
oh, God.
I know, I need some help.
You are sick.
But and the Dean on weekends, he's great.
Yeah. He's still alive?
Yeah, he's on.
Well, that's good. I like Alan. He's a good guy.
He's
Terminal on the air, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's all right. He says he's the founder of talk radio.
Yeah. Just like George Washington was the founder of our country, but he's been dead a long time. Same with the Dean. Well, listen, Frank, you've been kind of terminal today. Have a great day.
I always am. Take care, Neil.
See you. Wow. 10 after 11 at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward. Somebody just dropped off at 524 in the Center Square. In Palm Beach at 655 WIOD. How's your salad, George? Kind of marginal on mine today. Don't get that nice big slice of Vidalia onion that we were talking about. Got all these shrooms in here, though, today. Caprita would go nuts if he could see this. And some nice plantains, a little something salad. It's okay. I give it about a 5. Usually it's about an 11. So I guess he's trying to get even with me, okay? Well, all I want to say to you, Sonny, just look what happened to Joe Carcione.
And Fat Rich is still eating!
Dick, our Stranger on the Shore festival's become so popular, we're going to add something special today.
And what is that, Casey?
A celebrity Stranger on the Shore.
Yeah?
And here's our celebrity, Joe Carcione Jr.
Well, this is a real treat.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning, everybody. It's so nice to be here in person.
Joe, I suppose I should introduce you. This is the bag man. That's Colleen. Doc is over in the corner.
Doc, donuts certainly, absolutely no patoo.
What was that, please?
Doc,
no patoo?
donuts contain absolutely no potassium.
Good. And this is Ankles over here.
Hey, how's it going, eh?
Oh, Ankles, beer is a valuable source of fat gut.
You're too kind.
Yeah, Joe, can we get to your version of Stranger on the Shore?
And now, Dick, here's my special guest, Joe Carcione, doing his version of Stranger on the Shore.
All right, Junior.
Thank you, Casey. There's a celery on the shore, and it's a lovely stalk. How did you get here, little celery? If only you could talk. What else do I see upon the shore that may give me a clue? I see a few potatoes. So tasty an Irish stew. Someone was on the beach, I think to have a picnicky, and knocked their picnic basket over when they tried to have a quickie. I see vegetables everywhere, scattered about the sand. If I could see this every day, I'd open a produce stand. I see another stranger there. She's wearing a bikini.
Bikini? Bikini, yeah. Okay, fine, yeah.
Excuse me, miss. I wonder if you dropped your zucchini. And now I see her boyfriend running toward me at a frantic pace. I think that he's going to kick some sand right in my face. Don't attack me, sir. I'll tell police, and you'll be a felon. And, by the way, ask your girl if she also dropped a melon. He grabs me now, and I finally know how a vegetable really feels. Because this goon buried my face down in the sand up to my heels.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe Carcione Jr.
You're welcome, Dick. This is Joe Carcione Jr., your greengrocer, reminding you, never gesture with your finger on the beach. Someone will mistake it for a gross point at the shore.
And Fat Rich is still eating.
11:17 at WIOD. Look at that. He's got his own little mini salad in there. He comes. If there's anybody in the world eating, he has to sit down and be sociable and eat with them. So if there's anybody out there planning on eating lunch, just wait a few minutes. He'll be right over. Oh, look at that. You got your beautiful papaya with a self-propelling knife in it. It's 11:17 at WIOD, Miami.
Neil.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Hey, you know what papaya is in Spanish?
I don't want to hear it.
You got to be careful. So.
Okay.
All right. You haven't been to the movies lately, huh?
No.
You got to go see Backdraft. It's pretty good.
Why?
Because it's in Chicago. It takes place all in Chicago, and they have great scenes in Chicago. And oh, and by the way, that girl that called that she wanted to take her boss somewhere, she said, where's the action at? You ever been to Rush Street?
Mm-hmm.
All around there.
Yeah.
Pretty boring, huh?
No.
This call?
No.
Oh.
Why'd you say that?
Just
have you heard these other calls?
Yeah, they're
I think by comparison, you're like about a 32 on a scale of 6.
They're all
Again,
terminal.
by comparison, because everything is relative.
No, really, go see Backdraft. It's a really good movie. I think it's going to be nominated for a couple of awards.
Did you see Body Chemistry?
No.
Did you see Overexposed?
No.
Okay. Well, evidently nobody else did either. I watch these stupid movies on a cable, and then I figure somebody out there will have something to say. Now, Body Chemistry wasn't too bad, but the ending was horrendous. It just, to me, the worst part that people have is ending movies right. They just don't know how to end a movie. In other words, they write the script, they do it, they put it together, and then they come to end it. They don't know how to end a movie.
Exactly. Backdraft had a terrible ending, but it's still a good movie, though.
Yeah.
You know, he dies. One of the main, I'm not going to say who.
Who's that, Joe Carcione?
No. You know what he ate?
Probably too many papayas.
No, he ate something that, what's this guy's name? Dom DeLuise cooked. They were buddies, you know that, right?
No.
Yeah. They used to hang out.
Who's buddies?
Dom DeLuise.
With who?
With the greengrocer.
With Joe Carcione?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. You know, Dom DeLuise has his own little cooking thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were buddies.
Okay, well, he don't look like he's been eating too many vegetables to me, I'll tell you that.
Oh, and by the way, the Cubs suck.
Okay.
Great.
Well, you were doing great. See ya. 19 after 11 at WIOD. We have an open line and date. Oh, man, it's either the call or this salad that gave me the indigestion. 751 WIOD, okay? I don't, these shredded carrots, they really look nice, but I could live without that, okay? Life is more than just shredded carrots. I like some of that corn. I know it's a little starchy. Or a little tiny bit of that, well, I'm not gonna start getting picky. Then he'll call again tomorrow. Don't ever put him on the air again, by the way, George. If it says Sonny on there, it better be Sonny Fox, not him. Pompano.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Neil?
I'm doing fabulous.
I'm a second-time caller, long-time listener. I'm not going to suck around and tell you how
Thank
great
God.
you are, though. I do want to ask you something. You just mentioned his name, too. Do you know Sonny Fox?
Yeah.
Real well?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well enough to call him and ask him to take down them damn putrid yellow billboards that are on every damn corner down here? Enough of the sucking.
What the hell has he got to do with that? At least listen, at least that, sir.
Go ahead.
At least Y100 or whatever the hell station he's on, Magic 102.8 and a half, whatever it is. At least they've got the enthusiasm about him that they put his name on the billboards. They don't just put up their magic golden oldies. They put his name on the billboard like they're proud that he's there.
I just had to get that off my back, or Sonny Fox's, as the case may be.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, in closing, to all my ex-douchebag friends who didn't come to my son's one-year birthday party, up yours, you know who you are.
Okay.
Thank you, Neil.
Good job, sir. I don't blame you.
610 WIOD.
Here's Andrew Dice Clay for Dice-A-Roni.
All right, let's say you're eating. You're sick and f***ing tired of f***ing potatoes and that stovetop shit. Do like me, honey. Eat this. Dice-A-Roni. Come on, it's almost as simple as you. Put the f***ing bag in the f***ing pot and you turn on the f***ing stove. You think you can manage that, honey? Hey, bada bing, the f***ing thing's done. So, remember, Yankee Doodle came to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather up his ass and called it Dice-A-Roni. Oh!
Dice-A-Roni, the tacky tasteless treat.
Ow!
Okay, 11:26 at WIOD, and let's take a call. Oh, we got a call from Saginaw, Michigan that's been sitting there for a long time.
For hours, Neil.
Well, the price is right.
The price is right, yeah, because I'm not paying.
Right.
You been to Saginaw Downs?
No.
No?
No, sir.
Thought you lived up here.
In Saginaw?
No, but in Michigan. Where'd you live in Michigan?
Everywhere except Saginaw.
Oh, man.
What the hell would I go to Saginaw for? What a horrible place.
It isn't horrible.
Oh, God. Gruesome. It's
Well,
almost as bad as Flint.
I'm on my way to Bay City, then down to Detroit. Maybe I'll catch a Pirates game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they playing? The Cubs.
Does anybody understand what this caller is talking about? Maybe I'll go to Detroit, catch a Pirates game. Who are they playing? The Cubs. What does that mean? Who is who playing?
I was calling about Saginaw Downs.
Who is who playing?
Detroit.
How the hell do I know? How would they be playing the Pirates or the Cubs? They're not in the same league, idiot.
That's right. Don't call me an idiot.
You are. You're a jerk.
Come on, Worm. Don't say that.
What do you want, sir?
I stayed in Stan Major's best friend's hotel room last night.
What do you want?
Don Johnson just called to say hello.
Okay, hello. 27 after 11 at W. Don't think just because some of these people are calling from out of town they're going to be any better than the misfits we have in town. I mean, that guy was pathetic. I wouldn't wish him on the Dean. We have an open line in Dade, 751, one in Palm Beach at 655, and the Star Line. If you have Bell South Mobility, speak now or forever hold somebody else's Star IOD. Miami.
Neil, how's it going?
And my apologies for taking that Saginaw call. That was the worst call in the history of talk radio.
Definitely. I've got some news about the greengrocer.
Yeah.
After the unfortunate demise of Joe Carcione.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
His son has taken over the mantle and is now broadcasting on KCBS in San Francisco.
Joe Jr.
Yeah, and also does a television spot on KTVU.
Well, that's great. It's good to see that we keep those fruits and vegetables in the same family.
Definitely. Just wanted to say that with the news about the baseball team coming here, I don't know if the people in Florida know how fortunate they are that they're getting a National League team as opposed to an American League
That's
team.
correct.
It's
we got an American League team. It would almost be like getting the minor league Marlins back.
Yeah, AAA, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like getting Iowa.
Well, I called you a couple of weeks ago, and I'm the San Francisco Giant fan, the recently transplanted Bay Area person. The Giants are making their comeback. I mean, hope springs eternal, right?
Right.
And I'm making my trip next week that I told you about to go see the Giants and the Cubs at Wrigley, so really looking forward to that. And took your advice and let the hotel get the tickets, and so everything's all arranged.
Yeah, no
Got
problem.
Seats behind,
that's the way to do it.
Okay, so I just want to say you've got a great show, and want to let you know about the greengrocer. senior goes up to heaven and, the sun takes over.
Okay, well, listen, don't feel too bad about those 3 losses next week.
I know.
Have a great time.
All right, bye.
Let's go to a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
How you doing?
Not that great.
Why?
I just have so much to complain about. I'm actually out here watching my house because we just had termites and had the house tented.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm out here watching it, and I don't know why I'm watching it because we were just burglarized 2 weeks ago. This lovely city of North Miami. Where is there to move down here that's pretty safe?
I think like about 4 miles out into the Atlantic would be good, like in a little rowboat.
Yeah, really. There needs to be LoJack for the criminals to put inside your
LoJack
thing.
inside your body.
Exactly. Put inside their bodies.
Yeah.
Knock them down.
Mm-hmm.
So how's everything else going? Have you ever had your house terminized?
Have I ever had it what? Terminized?
Terminized. I'm outside on my portable phone. That's why.
No, I can't say that I've had the pleasure. There have been a few termites sneak in the front door every now and then, but most of them go back out.
I'm sure. And how about burglarized?
No.
Lucky you.
No, yeah, one time. Yes, I did.
Isn't it the worst? Did they trash
Not
it?
a lot of fun, huh?
Did they trash it, or did they?
No, they just cleaned it out.
Cleaned it out.
When in doubt, clean it out.
Did you have an alarm system?
No, this is a long time ago, many years ago.
This was with an alarm system too. They don't care these days.
No.
Knock it in, come on out, and they know.
Well, maybe they were after the termites.
Maybe. You're right. I hope they
Maybe
got
they're
a
selling
bunch
them
of
by the pound.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, I brought that up yesterday, but of course nobody ever responds to anything I bring up. It is a real dilemma in this area as to where to live, because unlike most major metropolitan areas, I mean, there's no hub, there's nothing that you really want to live close to unless it's your work or something, but other than that, there's no, like, center where the action is, mainly because there ain't any action, but it's just, so we have a conglomeration of all these bedroom towns, and you just keep moving further and further west. That's what I've been doing. So I'm almost out in the Everglades now, way out there in Plantation Acres, but like I said the other day, if you don't live anywhere near the ocean, you might as well be living in Peoria. There's just no attraction.
Well, we moved from West Kendall.
Not to mention the fact that the further west you move, you're running all these big bufo frogs, and your dogs start freaking out, and mosquitoes the size of Gibraltar. It's outrageous out there.
Are there a lot of mosquitoes out where you live?
Oh, man, are there a lot of mosquitoes? There are more mosquitoes out there than there are people.
See, we moved from West Kendall.
There are more mosquitoes out there than there are termites in your woodwork.
Well, Kendall was pretty bad, not because of the mosquitoes, but the language barrier. So
Yeah,
I
I lived in Kendall for 5 years, and then I just couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, no one speak English.
When every time I left the house, I had to show my passport. I said, no more for me.
I felt the same way. So here we are in North Miami, and that seems to be changing, too.
Well, isn't it amazing how we kind of follow each other around? I also lived in North Miami at the Twin Lakes Racket Club for 2 years, long ago, and it was a wonderful neighborhood, and it was a great place.
Well, we're in the California Club area, which
Oh, really? Not too far, like a stone's throw. You could throw a giant rock from there to where I live, and
so
it might not be a bad idea.
A nice place, but it's getting worse.
Changing neighborhood. I hate to put it in those terms, but it's getting pretty smarmy.
Yeah, so I just don't know where else to go.
And that's sad, because that's you would think that would be a primo part of town, because it's right there at the Golden Glades, and it's so convenient to come anywhere. You want to get on the Turnpike, the Palmetto, 95, 7th Avenue. It's like heaven.
It's perfect area location-wise.
But
20 minutes from everything, but I don't know what to do.
Kind of like faded into oblivion.
Exactly.
Too many convenience stores.
Next step is Plantation.
Well, Plantation is nice, but like I said, you keep getting farther and farther to the west, and it's like living in Saginaw, Michigan.
I know.
You don't want to get like that guy from Saginaw.
Well, no, I came from Long Island, a place called Stony Brook.
Oh, yeah.
Just way out there.
Way out yonder.
I know how long it took to get into the city to do anything constructive, so I think I can handle it just to feel safe. I just don't feel safe here anymore.
Well, it's not a problem getting around, because it takes me only about 35, 40 minutes getting all the way from the Acres down here into Miami.
Right, because of 595.
Because of the 595 and the Turnpike. It's a snap.
Right.
But I am getting a little PO'd with the frogs and the mosquitoes, and it's like living in the Everglades.
Yeah.
And then in May and October, the love bugs, which to me are the most disgusting things on the face of the earth, they're just all over the place. You go out to lay in the shades in the back and get a little sun and relax, and all of a sudden they're just all over your face, and you're swatting.
Tan.
Oh, man.
Love it.
The love bugs.
Love bugs.
Gross.
I have another name for them, but can't repeat it on the air.
Well, the mosquitoes we got now are as big as 2 of them love bugs, so maybe they did a little breeding in between seasons.
Those frogs that you were talking about that your dog had trouble with?
Yeah.
Are those similar to the frogs that they had on L.A. Law last month?
I don't watch L.A. Law.
They had these frogs that supposedly you lick the frog and you get a high off of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or you kiss the frog and you turn into a princess, which I think I may have done sometime along the way. Well, listen, have a great day and good luck to you. Let me know where you land.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, she's got a real dilemma there. Maybe there are people in here for the Chamber of Commerce for various parts of this godforsaken town who'd like to call in, put a big pitch in for... I can't imagine where the answer is.
Hello again, everyone, from the Channel 7 News Center. I'm Rick Sanchez with your 60-second Gulf War update. We have some new reports that just came in. They're hard to explain, so let's move to the Middle East war map. Rick's World, if you will, and I'll try to explain.
Rick's World, party on, excellent.
Party on, everyone. I'm your most excellent anchor, Rick Sanchez, and with me, as always, Sally Fitz. Party on, Sal.
Party on, Rick. Called San Pedro lately?
Not since I've been back from Houston. People in the business remember, but fortunately for me, the public has a short memory.
Say, what about that guy you flattened? Is he still in a coma?
Yeah, still in a coma. I'm so glad you brought that up, Sal. Not. Anyway, Hussein blew off a couple more scuds at the occupied West Bank, but those awesome Patriot dudes intercepted.
Kaboom! Kaboom!
As you know, the insane Hussein... Gosh, can I turn an original phrase or what? He has poison gas, but as I squat... over Baghdad.
Gas mask alert.
I'll give him a gas of my own.
Hot air out of both ends.
Hussein today said...
I do not know the secret weapon the Americans have. The 40-foot colossal news anchor with the chapped lips, squatting over my country with a smelly gas. My troops are all fleeing, but for me, I ran. But I couldn't hide.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Party on, Sal.
Party on, Rick.
I'll sit and squat so you worry not. Rick over Iraq for Channel 7 News.
Okay, 11:51 at WID. Hadn't heard that in a long time. You know, that Rick Sanchez stuff, it just lives forever. It never dies out because he still is what he always has been. We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463. See, I get tired of people, not just in this business, but in general, sucking around with everybody. You know, Mr. Glad Hand. I'm not saying that you necessarily have to rip people, but why do they just kiss each on the star line?
Well, I'm not in Delray anymore. I'm all the way up to West Palm.
Well, congratulations.
I have so many things to say to you that I don't even know where to begin.
Well, you got a lot of time. Just relax.
All right.
Take your time.
Number one, you might want to cut this off because I don't know if you're still selling Snapple.
Yes.
Well, I want you to know that because of you, I was in the convenience store and it was a hot day and I bought one of those cranberry iced teas you were raving about.
Yeah.
And now I'm addicted.
Great.
I love it.
Well, that's good.
And I think
you see the impact I have on this audience?
Absolutely.
I sure hope our sales department is listening back there.
Well, I hope so, too. And then about the
People all over this state tremble at the sound of my voice, especially up in the front office.
They should be sending you a case a week at least.
Exactly. Well, we got plenty of cases around this joint.
Cases of Snapple. I know about the other case.
Right.
Secondly,
In fact, you've inspired me to remind the audience of something very important that we should do for quarter-hour maintenance.
Well, I have to finish this conversation before we get to Jupiter.
Go ahead.
Okay. You finally hit the nail on the head with there's no place to go and there's no place to hide. And if you want to live in Dade County, you either accept it or you go back to wherever it was most of the people here came from.
Yeah. Somewhere else.
Well, I know. I get...
Oh, there's Madonna like a virgin.
Where?
Right on MTV.
Oh, she's such a jerk.
She is.
She's an intelligent
She's
jerk.
a great businesswoman, I give her that.
Yes.
But aside from that, all this other about her intellectual honesty, and it's a bunch of crap. She's just peddling whatever she can make a buck on, okay? That's all it's all about.
That's absolutely right.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but don't try to pretend that it's something other than what it is. That guy was pathetic.
The other thing I want to ask
Boy,
you
is she
about,
ugly.
at the risk of you calling me a dumb broad, I tried to... I remember the guy that called you up about the Minnesota North Stars and the $75 bet?
Yeah, the guy that called us about 400 times about that, right?
Oh, well, I didn't hear him 400.
At least.
Did they win?
No.
They lost?
Yes, ma'am. They got buried.
Oh, they were
buried.
And they almost won.
Well, almost don't count except in horseshoes.
I was only rooting for him because of the $3,000.
No, I wasn't rooting for him because he got to be a chronic pest.
Well, see, I work during the day, and when I'm on appointments and I'm in with a client, I can't have my radio
Well, maybe
on.
he'll develop a little humility now.
Oh, well, maybe he will. Yeah.
You're a best.
Well, that's what they say.
The other thing, let me see, there were 4 things.
Okay.
I just want to remind the audience that when you talk about all of the people down here...
Madonna's got 3 things. She's got her hand on one of them right now. Now, what is it?
Pay attention, Neil.
I'm listening. I can handle it.
When you talk about the people down here negatively...
Yes.
I just wanted to remind your audience that 75 to 80% of all the people down here came from somewhere else.
Well, what does that prove? It doesn't make any difference. I mean, this is still reality. This is what we are. No matter where they all came from, this is what we got.
But they're not natives.
So what does that mean? There are plenty of natives who are a bunch of Yahoo, hillbilly, redneck douchebags too. Okay, don't come on like all the natives are such great people. Some are like any other group of people. Some of them are, and some of them ain't.
Well, the ones that've been here for as long as I've been here used to be real friendly, and it used to be a great town.
Oh, I'm sure. There's no question about it.
I still think it's the greatest place.
Well, you're entitled to that opinion, and the guy thought Madonna was the greatest thing too, so what goes around comes around.
Well, that's true. That's true. I have to give you that. That's good.
Well, have a great time.
I'm going to, and I'm almost out of range anyway, and love to listen to your show. Thanks.
Have a good one.
You always put a smile on my face.
Well, thank God for that.
Okay,
See
bye.
You.
I'm Elaine Etor for South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station, News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
News Talk Radio 610 WIOD presents The Neil Rogers Show.
I'm dying over
to get in
here.
touch and talk with Neil, dial 751 WIOD from Dade. In Broward, it's 524-WIOD. Palm Beach, 655 WIOD. And Bell South Mobility customers, make it a free call by dialing star IOD. The opinions expressed...
All right, kill
by
that
guest
stupid
host
open,
or
okay?
caller-
Just want to tell Elaine that I love her nose, okay? She's been taking more crap, including that big fat Rich who just waddled out of here. And her nose looks fine. Don't you think so? George thinks your nose looks great, and I do too. And kill that stupid bastard, will ya? With those long rejoins that go on and on. They know what station they're listening to. Even the van lady knows what station it is.
Hi, Neil.
See how I put you at the top of the list because you're my neighbor?
I know. It's wonderful.
And a wonderful neighbor who puts all these gigantic signs up on her
I know.
gate
I
and all
want
these
to
tributes. And
put baseball up, but my computer's down.
Oh.
So I can't do it, but I don't want to get my hopes up. But anyway.
What about those frogs? What are we going to do about those frogs?
You do? I know what you do. You hire one of the neighborhood boys, and what they do...
I hire one of the neighborhood
wait a minute,
boys?
Wait a minute.
I think that's a bad start to this conversation.
All right.
You don't mean like the one who lives next door to you, do you?
Well, there's about 4 of them over there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The one that drives the CRX or whatever that is? Never mind.
I know what you're talking
Hey, listen, that's a great family there. That's an all-American family. They should have a TV show patterned after that family.
Yeah.
Am I right?
They are the family.
They're the definitive. People. There's something in that family for. They're all doing cars in the driveway there. And they're just that's the definitive American down-home family. They're great people. They really
they're
are.
Very nice people. But you get someone rather than a neighborhood boy then.
Yeah.
And you.
A neighborhood old man.
No. At night, you get this kid to put on gloves and go out with a flashlight and a bag. You freeze the frogs in the light of the flashlight, pick them up, put them in the bag, and then dump them in a field.
No. Freeze was the operative word. You put them in a bag, put them in a freezer.
No.
And you sell them for frogs' legs.
Well, there you go, if you want to do that. But you can. You freeze them with a light.
Because I hear those are pretty valuable. That's what I've been told.
Toad? Also.
And what about the size of our mosquitoes in our neighborhood this year?
Hey, listen. Quit complaining.
Oh, no, listen. Have you caught any?
You live in the Everglades.
I understand, but this is my second year in that house, and last year they were bad, but this year they're the size of moths. Yes. I haven't seen a mosquito like that.
This is bad this year, but you know what else?
The last insect I saw that big was Mark Hibnick from our sales department.
If you have to go out in the evening, now listen to me, because I'll bet Rick didn't tell you that the van lady was also an Avon lady.
No.
But I am, so if you need skin tests, I'll put a note in my mailbox.
Oh, great.
But listen, if you go out in the evening and you have to be out...
By the way, Rick is our mailman for the benefit of the audience, and here comes the boogie board spot. I'm sorry.
Use the same spray on yourself, because Skin Test Off keeps the mosquitoes away.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm telling you, I get a mosquito in the house at night when I go to bed. I will not go, it may sound childish, but I don't want to wake up like a big welt in the morning, okay?
Well, now that I understand.
And I turn that light on, and the dogs are helpful because they'll, like, look around, and the big dog, he catches them in his mouth. I've never seen anything like it in my life. But I'll finally, sooner or later, they get on the ceiling, the mosquitoes. I mean, sooner or later, they got to land somewhere. And when you see them there, and you get the spray, first of all, and you spray them, you douse them with about 20 gallons of that stuff because they've developed this immunity to it. And then you just swat them, and and then I'll go to bed. But if I hear them buzzing around, man, that's it for me. I will not rest until I kill the sucker.
Okay, but if you have to go outside, you can put that skin cell spray on your arms and legs.
Okay.
I use it all the time at the bar.
All right, so we get the guy from the house over there with the CRX. We get him with the gloves on outside my house at night.
Yeah, that's Chad.
Chaz? Mm-hmm. Is that his name?
I think so.
Oh. He hides every time I drive by there. He, like, rolls down behind the car and hides.
Hey.
No, it's just
That's because you're on the roof waving.
It's just a joke.
Anyway.
But, and they go out with the gloves, and they grab the frog with a spotlight.
You put the flashlight on, then they won't jump, and you can put them in a bag.
They're in my front yard much more than the back. They're in front all over the place, and I never really felt that they were the bufo things because they've been there ever since I've been there, millions of them, and my dogs never had a problem. But evidently...
Let the dogs out back.
What?
Put the dogs out back.
They do go out back. That's the point. And all of a sudden, last night, evidently, one got in the backyard.
Well, one's not too bad,
Well, yeah, but where there's one, there's more. It's like mosquitoes. When there's one buzzing around, you've got to... It's like when you look on your dog's back to get fleas and you find one. You know there's 100 when you find one.
Yeah, well, just grab the one frog and toss him over the fence.
Over the fence so we can come back underneath that thing? Oh, I don't want to talk about the fence. That's
I know.
See, now that we got that lake that develops every time it rains hard, now it's the perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes and attracting the frogs. It's just perfect. I think I ought to sue the city of Plantation.
Oh, I wish you would. They just made me hook up water.
Oh, boy.
Cost me
How did you make out with your dish, by the way? Do you ever put it up, or is it still sitting?
We're getting there. We had to fix up a car for a car
Because I finally got my permit, which after like 75 years, I finally satisfied them with all their requirements and got my dish permit.
So do I have to get a permit?
Are you serious?
We were going to hide it.
No, you can't hide it. You got to get a permit.
Oh, well.
Who did you buy it from? You bought it from a dealer?
From a bar.
Like I said, just when nobody's looking, put it up.
They won't see it because it's blocked.
I won't tell them.
I know you won't.
In
Okay.
exchange for that 57 Chevy you got sitting under that hut out there, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Oh, I got my Chevy in the hut, and I got an AMX and a Mustang in the garage.
I love that 57 Chevy, boy. Was that a Bel Air?
Is that the fancy model?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Got to get it running. My headers heat up my starter, and I can't get it going. But other than that, it runs.
Your headers heat up your starter?
Uh-huh.
Well, we don't want to get into that.
All right, Neil.
Well, listen, say hi to Chaz for me. And
Chad.
Chad?
Uh-huh. And if you need skin off, leave me a note.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
It's one of my wonderful neighbors. I do have nice neighbors, okay, which is one thing about Plantation Acres. Even the lousy people are nice, and the nice ones are really nice, like her.
Salespeople are assholes. Oh!
Red Hamster.
Hey there, rodent lovers. March is all-you-can-eat weasel month at Red Hamster.
Red Hamster for the road and...
With 3 tasty new rodent platters. There's deep-fried field mice, peel-and-eat muskrat, and, of course, our world-famous hamster melt.
I'd like a bacon double cheese weasel, please, and hold the hair.
And our platters are always fresh, not like those other rodent places, because we keep them spinning on the wheel right up until they hit the fat. Try our tasty roadside pizza, fresh from the highway to your table in minutes. It's good. And don't forget dessert.
Can we have some chocolate chipmunk cookies, please?
Yeah, and I'll have the hot apple pie a la mole. Coming up.
Red Hamster for the rodent lover in you.
Red Hamster on Main Street across from Gerbil King.
Okay, it's 12:16. Let's get this show in gear, Richard. So Suds is just telling me about the great night they had last night at Al Goldstein's house. We'll probably hear at least an hour about that this afternoon. I look with great... Well, I'm trying to think of the appropriate... I had one, but it would have been too severe. I look askew, askance at those people who, like, hang out with big celebrities that come on here and talk about it like we were at Al Gold. It sounds just like Mr. Ego. Don't talk about it on the air. I'm glad you had a good time, but don't discuss it on the air. It's tacky. Oh, we were over at the mayor's house last night. It was just incredible. And one other thing in terms of butching up, I want you guys to go into that meeting and tell Mr. Hotshot in there, I don't mean ask him, tell him that if he's going to put the monkey on your back about giving all these stupid call letters and slogans and logos and crap 55 times a minute, that all that's going to do is recycle the same audience. Everybody listening right now knows they're listening to 610 WIOD, your news, weather, traffic, pain in the ass station. They know that. Let's get some outside promotion to let those people who don't know that we're here know there's something going on. I want you to go in there and tell them that right now. Slap them around the head a couple of times real hard. Say you know Al Goldstein is going to be the future sheriff in Broward. And since boy Gary lives in Broward, at least temporarily till he goes back to Louisville, threaten his ass with it. Say that Al's got some big 600-pound gorilla guys up there going to beat the crap out of me. Don't stop browbeating you guys. And if he don't like it, let him come to me, okay? Like on about the 21st of June. Kendall.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've got
Don't you agree with that, sir? Don't you think today is the day for everybody to butch up a little bit?
Enough of this sucking.
Right.
Listen, I got a major pig report over there in the Kendall, the Dayland Metro Rail Station.
Yeah.
4 cruisers, Metro Dade cruisers, one mounted, what is it they call them, the Mountie, the guy on the horse?
Mounties, yeah. That's what they call them.
Mount this, right?
They call them mounted.
They were arresting 6 kids
What does
for
that term,
skipping school.
What does that term really mean, mounted police? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Now, go ahead. They were busting 6 punk kids for skipping school, huh?
6 juveniles. They were putting them in the cruiser.
Wow.
I mean, they got nothing better to do.
Thank God we're safe for another day, sir. We can now breathe easy.
Hey, about this caller that was into the Madonna thing.
We could just fend off those buffo toads.
She's a scud.
Exactly.
I don't think she could make it in porno.
No, you're right.
She couldn't.
Who would you rather hop in a sack with, her or Bambi Woods? Is it a contest?
There's no question about it.
I mean, get serious. And poor Bambi, she probably can't get arrested these days, or is.
She's in it for the money. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Pure and simple. Which I'm not knocking that, but he's trying to attack me because I don't respect her for her honesty. She ain't being honest. She's just exploiting bleeding every buck she can out of a very naive, desperate public.
I give her credit for that. But
you bet. She's exploiting suckers like him, desperate guys like him.
And she's a dog.
Right.
Listen, I want to call the Dade Mosquito Control Division a bunch of major douchebags.
And the same for Broward.
These people knew that this was going to come down, and they're waiting now to spray. It's too late.
Way too late. They're as big as bowling balls in my yard.
You know, that's just, well, that's the state of...
As a matter of fact, I caught one last night, drilled 3 holes in it, took down to Don Carter Lanes and bowled a 227. It wasn't bad.
Okay, I just wanted to give you that on the Metro Dade. I thought it was a little ridiculous.
Excellent job, sir.
Okay, have a good day.
Okay. Well, look out for those mounted police. You never know what they're carrying. We have an open line in Dade County, 751-9463. 751. I got news for you. When I start enjoying the show, then you know we're all in trouble. Palm Beach Gardens, he said, and there was this long, pregnant silence on the end of the phone like there's nobody there. But there is. Palm Beach. You can hear somebody like clicking their thing around. Hello. You want to go back on hold and think about it for a while? Oh, it's Fowler during a break. Okay. 655 WIOD in Palm Beach, North Miami on a Broward line.
Yeah, another pig report, Neil. North Miami Beach pigs. If they got off 178th Street, Northeast 10th Avenue, the robbers would have stole that lady's termites.
What?
Yeah, so, you know, the lady that said her house was robbed?
Yeah.
They took the termites?
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Listen, what do you think about this baseball?
What do you mean, what do I think about it? It's the greatest thing since they took the mosquitoes out of my closet.
Except did you see today where Canseco said he'd like to come back?
Oh, yeah, he wants to come back. Alex Fernandez is the one. He keeps his mouth shut and he just goes up there and tries to win a game, which he's not doing too well, but at least he's got some class.
Yeah, the other day I had a
Jose's got about as much class as Madonna's armpits. Maybe that's why they're a match made for each other.
I had a radio accident the other day. I ran into the light bulb.
Yeah.
And I called up on the Star line over there, and they said they're all excited about their new format, and they said, we're going to kick Neil's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. I said, yeah, right.
They're doing it.
You and Jerry Wichner.
They're busy kicking their own ass, I'll tell you that.
They are terminal.
All the retreads. We found the losers, folks.
Exactly.
Have a great day.
And in closing,
yes.
Mike Webster, get off your fat ass and get back to work, you big douchebag.
Okay.
Later.
I love my scotch. I want you to elect me. I'll grab your crotch like any good Kennedy. My nephew's accused of sexual foul play. My ex-wife drove drunk across 3 lanes of the expressway. Well, the cops would bust anybody else. When I get in trouble, I use my wealth. Oh, I don't care about anybody else. Oh, no.
Back to the bridge now, Senator.
A bridge? Does somebody say bridge? You're the one that keeps me in power. And even though I misuse my ties, I helped John Jr. He couldn't pass the bar. And then again, neither can I. Well, the cops would bust anybody else. When I get in trouble, I use my wealth, because I don't care about anybody else. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hi there, officer. It's good to see you again. How is your family? Let me write you a personal check right now. I appreciate that. It was a quiet family weekend. Anyone seen my pants?
I'll tell you another one that gives me a real pain where I sit is that David Lee Roth. Oh, God, do I hate him. Can't stand him. Now, some of the Van Halen music was great, okay, but David Lee Roth by himself, or like just period, another legend in his own mind. God, he is just grotesque and obnoxious and arrogant and egotistical and rich. We have 2 open lines a date. Something happened during that news break, man. They must have all gone out to get an Elaine Ettor lookalike nose. We had every line lit on the board. We go to the news, and there were like 3 lines lit. Now they're making a little bit of a comeback. You people are just so full of it. I know you got nothing to do. We have 2 open lines in Broward, 524-WIOD. That's 610 WIOD, your news, weather, traffic, and sports intensive station where we all hate each other like poison, and we're proud of it. Hollywood.
Hey, Neil.
How you doing?
Hey, I have to agree with you on that Van Halen. With David Lee Roth, they were the best, but by himself, forget it. David Lee Roth, he needs to get a job.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing with Van Halen is I like listening to their music, but if you see the videos, you have to see him, and that just, I can't deal with him. He's just such a jerk. And then he did that thing, Dave TV, and he just thinks he's like the hottest stuff on earth.
Yeah.
He's like Rod Stewart, you know. Do you think I'm sexy? That's like... That would be like, what's her name, Nilda up front singing, Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Yeah, his music was really good, but his ego's incredible. He was worse than
Stop and think about it, George. George is on the floor on that one.
Yeah.
Boy. Fat, yes. Sexy, forget it.
Steve. Oh, Jesus
Steve.
Christ.
Oh, no. What was that?
I was talking about ego, and that popped out.
Yeah, it just kind of popped out, huh? Well, I got one thing to say about that.
Well, screw Steve.
Right, Hank. Attaboy, Hank.
No, you know, Neil, I've listened to you for about 7 years.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of yours. You're absolutely the best. And enough of the sucking.
Yeah.
I just did that because I wanted you to pull
I know it. I'm not letting you down.
Yeah, absolutely not. You never do.
Yeah.
Enough of the sucking.
Okay. Jeez. Bad laugh, sir. You just lost 20 points on his call with that laugh. That forced laugh. Now, what was it?
As far as promotion goes,
you can't complain about ours because we don't have any.
Absolutely. You know how I first found you?
By accident, I'm sure.
That's right. I was listening. I was waiting to listen to Sports Talk on WIOD, and you were doing 2 to 6 on wins at that time, and so there wasn't anything
2 to
else
6. I was doing 10 to 2 on wins.
No, there was a time you were doing 2 to 6 on wins.
Wrong. I never did 2 to 6 on wins. Stan Major did 2 to 6. I was doing 10 to 2.
Way back, way back.
Well, way back, I was doing 8 to midnight on wins. I never did 2 to 6.
Now somehow I heard you, and you were on right before Sports Talk came on in WIOD.
Well, I may have been filling in one day or something, but I didn't do 2 to 6.
Well, that's how I caught you. And anyway, in any case.
In any event.
Yeah, right. That's how I got you, and I've been listening ever since.
But in other words, you knew I was coming over here.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
because there are thousands of Neil Rogers listeners who still don't know 2.5 years later that I'm on WIOD because the powers that be here are embarrassed by it.
Oh,
well, listen, George, Jim Hobbs from sales just walked down the hall with a coffee of a cup in his hand. Would you give him this cassette that I did special for one of his brother-in-law or brother or somebody up? Because I'm going to forget to give it to him before I leave, and he wasn't here this morning. Thank you, George. This George just runs around here. He doesn't get paid anything. He runs all over the building like a lackey, and we feed him a little salad, and that's all he wants.
Hey, you know, I'm getting out of this town this weekend.
Really? Where are you going?
I'm going up to Sanibel. Me and some friends are going to take a road trip up.
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
Well, you know, it's just a little getaway, just a little road trip.
Listen, you guys are Sanibel and Isla Morada. God, all this sleepy
Well,
time.
listen, hey, I can't afford.
But it's worth. But you're right. It is just getting out of here for a couple of days is always good, though. You're right. You're right. Absolutely.
You know, that's right. It's better than just hanging around here.
Right.
And you know, we'll spend a couple of nights and hang around Sanibel and Captiva. It's pretty nice. Have you ever been out there?
Oh yeah, it's real exciting.
Well, who's looking for excitement?
It's like Sonesta Beach.
You know, meet some people and have a good time and relax. And
yeah.
Hey, whatever happened to PP of Pembroke Pines?
Well, he's hanging out somewhere.
Yeah, I never.
As soon as they find out, he'll be back on the phone. He'll be back. See, one thing about him, he calls sparingly. He leaves you wanting more, okay? He's not one of these people that calls like every day like Bonnie from Kendall.
God, I haven't heard him. The last time I heard him was when the bird was still there.
Nah, come on. He calls every now and then when you least expect it.
Well, if you're
listen, sir, in closing.
All right, Neil.
Boy. See ya. There's old Def Leppard on there. We're doing a little play-by-play on the, there's a little torture scene with Def Leppard on MTV for those of you who are at work and can't see it. West Palm on a date line?
That's me.
How is that possible, sir?
I'm going to reverse the charges, that's why.
What do you mean you're gonna?
You want to accept it? Anyway, I was calling yesterday.
It's a little late now, sir.
Yeah?
Just ask George. He'll send you a check in a minute.
That's all right. I'm not calling from my place anyway. So
okay, that's good. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, yesterday you were calling about the leak about the baseball team.
The leak, yeah.
Well, then a couple days before that, did you read the article in the newspaper?
About
Stiles and Hunzinger purchasing that 12-story office building?
No.
Well, when I read that...
What is that noise on this phone? Do you hear that?
I have no idea.
Oh, it stopped.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because they purchased that 12-story office building downtown, so I figured... I've been to their Las Olas place, and I know they didn't do that just to keep Blockbuster in there. They needed that for the...
Right, they're not just storing old videotape up there.
No. So when you said that...
We got it, sir. It's in. It's in the bag.
I know. Anyway, I'm calling because... did you hear the story about that song, I Touch Myself? Did you hear the story behind that?
No. What is that noise now? I'm hearing all this rattling. I mean, I know it was that, but before you touch that mic, is somebody rattling your cage over there, sir?
Not here.
Okay. Now, what's the story?
Anyway, I saw an interview.
Oh, it's the short in this mic cord. Can we get a new mic cord in here maybe after 2.5 years that doesn't have a short in it? So every time somebody moves around, it clunks like some kind of a light bulb radio station? God almighty, you think we're asking for the moon here? Go ahead, sir.
That's right.
What a
You're doing
place.
A good job. Keep
what a
going.
place. No, it's just frustrating because they think everything. Listen to that. All you have to do is breathe, and this damn thing now is clunking. This mic cord's got a big short in it. Listen to that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Are we set?
What?
All right. What I was telling you about is the story behind why they wrote that song, I Touch Myself. Because I could picture it happening down like in Hollandale easily.
Hold on a second. Maybe it's on his end. But there is a short in this mic cord.
He's got a noise come out of his end.
Oh.
That's what it was, because it was too regular. I think it's right where you hold it. It's the jack is becoming loose.
Like
oh, geez.
Yeah. It kind of droops when they hold it at the bottom.
Yeah.
If it's big enough.
Yeah.
Okay, now what were you saying?
I was saying that I can easily picture this thing happening like down in Hollandale. What happened, what they said was they were sitting at a place just talking about the shows and stuff, and they looked next door.
You got an annoying thing on your end, sir.
There's something loose?
There's something loose on your end.
How about, hold on, I'll change to a portable phone.
No, that's okay. We're kind of getting used to it now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How about just hang up?
There was these 5 old bats, like, eavesdropping on them, and she picked it up, and she said, well, she was going to start making up a story about, like, the lyrics, so they have something funny to tell their nursing home people. And they said, like, they were, like, stretching out, trying to hear what they were
stretching what out?
Their heads. They were they're eavesdropping.
Stretching out their heads?
They were eavesdropping, trying to find out
You know what those Siamese twins said on Joan Rivers yesterday? About 2 heads are better. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's all right. So anyway, when they left...
Where the hell is that card?
When they left the store...
Oh, my God, look at that. Somebody stuck it way back up there.
You realize they can never go anyplace without a tie?
Okay, now we can continue.
Yeah, I was going to say, because when they left, they were laughing about
Hurry it up, because this phone of yours is driving me nuts. I'm starting to get St. Vitus dance just from listening to it.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong, because I...
So what's the story? They were doing this and doing that, and what happened?
Well, when they left the thing, they were laughing about how they made up that whole story so these old people could hear it. And they said, well, why don't we write a song about it? And that's why they wrote the song.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's what they said.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, it sure was worth putting up with all that noise to hear that story. Have a great day,
All
sir.
right, you too.
Don't call us ever again. Now, what is it?
Oh, I just came in to say hi and clear up any questions that you may have about some things that are going on. I heard you pontificating this morning, and Al said to say
I feel
hi.
much better now. Well, that happened to me because of that constant banging on that phone. My innards were like clopping around from hearing that.
Same here.
God, I was getting seasick there for a while. Do we have to hear about your night at Al Goldstein's house?
You see, now,
I don't want to hear
I'm
about
name
that.
dropping. I just was so excited that I was like going someplace.
I didn't use the expression name dropping. I just have this aversion. There's only one person in the market that I know that's always doing this on the air, and it's not you. And I just can't.
I know.
It just
I did it
back
once. I was excited.
Flashbacks of all of the other person that did is no longer here. I don't want to mention Alex's name because my teeth are still all for real in my mouth. What's left of them. But I just don't care that you went to Al Goldstein's house. He's invited.
I'm going to the track.
He's invited me to his house many times, and the answer is always the same. I'm busy, doing nothing but forget it. I mean, I like Al and all of that. See, there are some people they bring their guests on.
Yeah.
Not you. I don't want to mention Mr. Ego. And every guest becomes a personal friend.
Right.
And, we're going to go to Burton Jackson, have dinner with this one. Adolf Hitler is here today. We're going to go have a little dinner with Burton Jackson.
Got to admit, though,
it gets old. It gets really old, okay? I just am not interested. Come watch me eat kind of business. Come watch us party at Al's house and see what we do with the pig and that stuff.
Well, the pig's
You don't
gone.
have the pig anymore.
No, well, I wanted to see what they did with it.
Yeah, I'll bet. Well, he's probably got some old films around.
Al had his little dog in a dress last night.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he just said, come here, I want to rip that off.
He's not that skinny yet. I've seen the dog.
How
much weight has he lost now? About 50 pounds?
60 something.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, he's doing
okay.
He's still
attaboy, Al.
pretty
Keep it up,
chunky.
baby.
And the weight loss, too.
Okay, now, you're doing these...
He's got a real problem, though, as far as he can't quit ordering out. He's got catalog-itis. He's got stereo standing next to stereo. Suds was in heaven. Suds thought, when I die, I want to go here. I'm serious. TVs on top of TVs. Everything on.
See, when you have that much money, you just have to find somewhere to spend it.
Exactly.
Just got too much money.
Exactly.
Now, if he'd send some over here in a big paper sack, we could take it off his hands and solve the problem for him.
Amen.
All right. Now, speaking of all the money you guys are making with all these tremendous things you're doing.
Yeah.
I got the drift yesterday. I could be wrong, but I got the distinct impression that the sales department, once again, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but again... Manipulated and has foisted upon you things that you knew nothing about, and they were like kind of a last-minute, what the hell are we doing deal. I don't want to put it in those terms, but I think I just did.
We are the saviors of the station. Let me just put it
now,
that way.
well, what does it mean? Now, why are you going to be at Atlantis this Friday doing the show from 2 to 6?
Because we won't be here.
No, that's not an answer.
I know, but
serious
it's good enough for them.
Why are you going to be there? What is the scam? What's the reason we're going to be there?
Because they're open, and it's
Well, they are
open. Yeah, and it's a neat place.
But what are you going to be doing there?
Same thing we're doing here.
Okay. Next question. On Saturday, I see at the...
Except looking at a lot
and
nicer...
I'm pretty jealous about this. Atlantis, I could give or take. It depends on who's going down the slide.
Want to go in that shoe department with us?
That's the one I'm really upset about. Because they don't offer me no shoe stores. I get to sit out in the hallway at Cutler Ridge Mall. And you guys get to go to Burdines in the men's shoe department in Dayland from 11 to 2.
You bet. And we are excited.
Well, what are you going to be doing there?
Shoes, trying them on.
Sniffing around?
Help you, exactly.
Tiptoeing through the tulips? God.
Pretty much.
What are you going to be doing there?
We have people who listen down there who buy shoes, so we figured this would be a good place to meet them.
Okay.
All right.
And then, of course, we got the ball game next Friday, but that's kind of too pedestrian. I mean, we know what we're going to be doing there.
Yeah.
So that's...
And we're going to be out there with you. And Al said he's going to be out there, too.
And Al Goldstein will be there a week from Friday. How do you like that? That should keep
What's the deal with
away.
him? He had, stacks of tickets to the June 6th deal. Is he...
June 6th what deal?
The game, the Miracle game there. I mean, stacks of them. Like he's a ticket vendor. Sitting on his coffee table.
Well, he made his money selling something.
That's where he's getting the stereos.
And it sure wasn't him and Gloria Leonard in that porno movie, I'll tell you that. Nobody bought that. Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh. Believe me, you don't want to on a full stomach.
Listen, I saw Screw magazine, and I thought, I got to go to this guy's house.
I don't want to hear any more about how you went to his house. I don't care.
I want to go to your house.
No.
I know. You won't
what?
invite me.
For what?
Because I want to go.
For what?
I want to come over and watch your satellite
dish. I have a very
dish.
pedestrian house. I have a very plain, simple house.
So does he.
I used to have a palatial house in Jacaranda. It was like a palace.
Yeah.
And it was just ridiculous. I don't have a $75,000 watch like Al Goldstein.
Can you believe that thing? Tells the year on it because you're comatose from the
As a matter of fact, if the sales department keeps up with their present trend, I'm going to be living in a Quonset hut in Miami Lakes pretty soon.
Well, say hi to me. I'll be your neighbor.
Right next to the technical school.
But I want to go to your house. You won't.
For what?
You haven't invited me over for a game.
You know something? See, the audience is going to take this for real. I invite you guys to go to Pompano or the track, and
it's not your house.
No, listen. People don't keep inviting people repeatedly for things if they give like an insincere response. Okay, it's like Chuck. I said to Chuck a couple of weeks ago, why don't we go to, because he was saying, I'd like to go to Calder some Sunday. Well, I said, why don't we go out there some Sunday? Okay, great. Okay, Fat Rich will go, Chuck, me, you guys can come out all the way. See, you won't go anywhere where you spend any money because you're cheapskates.
Let's go.
Where?
Sunday?
Where?
I don't know. Where?
To Calder?
Is that where you're going?
I wasn't going anywhere.
See, you misconstrue having it like a date on the calendar, something else as being insincere.
I'm not making a date with you, okay? Believe me.
No, well, I just had something else to do when you asked me before. I wasn't insincere.
Well, that's what Chuck did, but he gave like the next 36 Sundays.
Well, you didn't offer us that option.
Oh, get out of here. You're so full of crap.
No, I would like to go out and... now I've got all the time in the world.
Pompano Park ain't open now except for quarter horses. You don't want to see that.
Well, then let's invite me over for a Cubs game. I want to see your satellite dish. I want to see all the stuff you can get. I've never seen a dish.
And then what? There's just
what do you mean, and then what? And then I'll go home.
Okay, that a promise?
Real fast.
See, I don't have a Ferrari sitting in the. I don't have that Ferrari sitting in the thing anymore, like the good old days when you wanted to come over and see that, and see that Porsche that's sitting over in front of Dave's house.
Well, all the things I want to see, you keep getting rid of. I'm getting the hint.
Well, that's the reason. In fact, anybody want to buy a dish cheap? 135 at WIOD. We'll continue the recap of today's Ding Dong School right after this. What can't we do? Because I never get to hear any of this because they won't speak to me, thank goodness, because they're not allowed to speak to me.
Well, actually, today was kind of disappointing. Everything was all right. Just discussed Atlantis and Dadeland.
Well, what's there to discuss if you don't know what you're doing there?
That's why it was a short meeting.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, you know.
Now, did we hear about any future hopes for outside promotion like TV spot or billboards or newspaper ads?
It's always a short meeting when that comes up.
Okay. Hi, Aaliyah.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it.
Believe it.
You know, you foiled my plan majorly. This is Albert from Surfside, your eyes and ears from the swap shop. And, see, my girlfriend was down in Coconut Grove.
My eyes and ears from the swap shop?
Oh, yeah, we have Hi-Fi Corner, the stereo shop upstairs.
Oh, I got you. Well, be more specific. If you're going to give yourself a plug, don't beat around a bush, Albert. Just come right out and blurt it out.
Oh, there we go.
When in doubt, blurt it out.
All right. Well, see, you foiled my plan because my girlfriend was in the Coconut Grove, and I'm sitting in front of her house.
Yeah.
I was sitting in front of her house waiting for her, and I know
you were sitting in front of her house, like on the ground under the tree. How romantic!
No, in my car, with the air conditioning and everything. My car started to overheat and everything, but I wasn't going to hang up the phone because I've been trying to get a hold of you. So anyway, I knew she'd be listening to you because you know she's the one that turned me on to you.
Well, that's unusual. It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, I know, but she did it to me this time. And anyway, I wanted to tell her, you know, that I was listening and that I missed her and her to haul ass and get home and all that. But anyway, you got to go check out the new dog show act at the swap shop. They're like kind of mixing the aromas now. You got a mixture of the elephant.
Oh, fantastic! And they mix the sawdust with a little, like 2 parts elephant and 1 part dog.
Yeah, you got about 20 little poodles yapping all day long, and it does wonders to your nerves.
20 little poodles crapping all day long?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
And then the elephants walk around and
my favorite, though, is when the guy comes out with a broom and sweeps it all up in the sawdust and it gets up in the air and like into your lungs. That's the best. I just go nuts over that.
So as if the droppings from the elephant wasn't enough, now they got the dog stuff to worry about too. But anyway, so it smells real nice in there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm stuck through like 4 shows a day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, that's what this town is all about.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all. That's where it's at. In fact, we got the swap shop spot coming up in the next break. It's appropriate that you kind of like segued into it in a few minutes later.
Yeah, you had that caller before talking about Sanibel. Yeah, that's a sleepy town. My parents.
Oh, that's really exciting. I have a lot of friends I know that every time they get a couple of days off or want to get away from the weekend, we go to Sanibel or what's the other one? Marco Island. All the,
Captiva.
Captiva. There's
Yeah,
another
that's
one.
what
Boring. Terminal. Boring.
It was great.
Boring.
It's nice to be bored once in a while.
Boring.
See, he's one of those fishing things, so that's a boring sport, too. I can't handle that. I like to go scuba diving, pick the fish that I want, and spear them.
Well, that's what he'd like to do, too.
Yeah, there you go. But the fish are on land, right?
Albert, have a nice day.
All right, yeah.
See ya. That's, I guess, what too much of that aroma will do to you. Boy, Cheryl looks really psychotic today. I guess Adam turned her down.
If you missed the Neil Rogers show yesterday on 610 WIOD, you missed this.
Is this the Bird?
Yeah.
Bird, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, do me a favor, play anything, because I can't stand listening to you. You sound like a douchebag.
Do I?
Just do me a favor, play anything.
Well, can I ask you a question before you go?
Oh, God, you sound so stupid. I hate to talk to you. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, why did you call me? I didn't call you.
No, just to tell you not to say anything. Just play something. Oh, God, can't stand it.
Well, then why are you listening?
Play something already.
Why won't you answer my...
I can't stand him.
You won't... See, he won't talk to me. Oh, we got a car here. Hello?
Well, I don't know about you, but you sound like some stupid, idiotic jerk. Stupid, 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 idiotic jerk.
Did you see, what are the movies? Body Chemistry?
No.
No. And the other one was Overexposed? Was that it?
You see Murder in High Places?
Has anybody seen any movie that's on this? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I try to be conversational with these people. They always come up with these movies that nobody ever heard of. And I mention a movie that's like a recent movie. It's on all the cable services. And it's like, what? What is that? What is wrong with these people?
Did you see Murder in High Places?
No. What's that?
That was the movie they
What
were
is
filming
that?
when I was out in Colorado.
Boy, these cigars are just killing me. They're tearing up my... How's that papaya, by the way? I don't see you eating much. But I see you slicing and cutting, but not eating.
Sonny said to say hi.
Oh. What a...
He wants to know now if you want
that salad
on
crap.
Tuesday, because he knows you're going to Mommy's.
You tell him to send it over here every day.
That's what I told him.
The worst
That's
that can
what I told
happen,
him.
as the Brooklyn Bridge said, the worst that can happen on WKPX is that we give it to somebody else.
Exactly, and they're happy.
Yeah. And since he already lied through his teeth and said that he'd give one for everybody in the building practically, and we know that's a bunch of crap because the day I wasn't here on remote, they took the one back that they had sent over here for me because I wasn't here. So we know he's full of crap. Why has it got to be such a big deal? And you know why it has to be such a big deal? Because that way he gets all his publicity. See, I don't want to give him publicity because then Denenberg and Boy Gary and all the rest get upset. I mention every day, thanks for the salad, Sonny, it's great. That's it. Like Flores, we don't go through a big soap opera about them. When they send food, we're grateful, it's great, we thank them, and that's it.
Exactly.
And they don't expect anything else because they're not paying for it. And he's not either. So he should kiss the ground that a major superstar of my stature is willing to eat his crappy food and talk about it for a second or two. And believe me, what he sent here today, I wouldn't feed my dog even after the toad. Weak, very weak. Just not up to his usual standards. At all. Like a bunch of that shredded carrot. I don't want shredded carrot. That's gross. It's like something you eat on Purim or something. I don't want that.
Shredded carrot doesn't stay too crisp too long.
It's just not a question of how it's crisp. When it comes out, it ain't crisp. I know that, but that's not the point.
I'm going to have my lunch sure pretty
It
quick,
just
but I
isn't
won't.
good. It's just a crap.
Yeah.
I said to him, some of the corn, he's got great corn.
No corn today.
Nice big slice of Idalia onion, not in there. So in other words, he's getting even with me. All the stuff I said I liked, except there were 3 like stale plantains in there, little slices.
I didn't see
and that
any
was
plantains today.
Well, these must have been from last week or else from the swap shop. Now, see, I'm coming in 8 o'clock on Monday morning, which means I'm going to have to get up about 5 o'clock and drive through horrendous traffic to get here, but it'll be worth it to me to meet with these sales clowns back there.
Say hi for us, will you?
And, see, if it was just me, then I'd say, okay, I'm a pain in the ass and I'm a hard ass. But I know just about everybody in the building shares the same frustration. They haven't got any idea what they're doing back there. None. Zero. And like I said yesterday, and I stand by this statement, more money falls through the cracks in this building in a week than most people make in a lifetime. And I believe that. It's amazing. It's astonishing. And then they go out chumming around together, like at the fight last night. I got a spy report getting plowed and bad-mouthing all of us, me especially. And, it's not a contest here. In other words, it's not optional. We're it. We're the station. We're on here. Ranieri, us, Sank, you, whatever. That's what they got to sell. If we're not here, they got Mantovani Records that can bring back Sandy Payton. I mean, basically that's it. So it's not like it's optional whether they like us or not. That's their job. And do it or get the hell out.
Makes sense to me.
Exactly. So anyway, have a good time in the shoe department. It's 1:51.
If it fits.
If the food fits, wear it. That's what Johnny Dark said. Now, which one of these should I take? Oh, now, is that a collect call on 8? That can't be for real. There's no way. Are you sure? There is no way. Wait till you see where this call is from. Hello?
Hey.
Are you for real?
This is it.
This is a call from Aintree, Georgia.
Aintree, Georgia. I know you've been waiting.
How's Burt Reynolds doing? How's Ned Beatty doing up there in the woods?
Hey. That was just a story. You know that, Neil. So how you doing down there? Hey, you would not believe it, but we pick you up all the way up here, 800 miles away.
Nah, no way. We're big at Aintree?
On occasion, we're the highest mountain
north
of Atlanta.
I can't believe it.
We do. We pick you up.
Don't let John Voight hear about it.
Occasionally. Now, this is not only when certain times.
Yeah. Only certain times, like between 10 and 2. Are you serial?
This is it.
You can pick us up there at Aintree?
Aintree.
Are they still dragging bodies out of that creek, out of that thing?
Well, you know, that was the movie, Deliverance, and they kind of nicknamed this community, there's only about 5 families up here after the movie, you know, the name kind of stuck.
Yeah, it kind of stuck. Up there in the woods, too, it kind of stuck.
Yeah, you know it.
So what do you guys do up there? Just kind of sit up in the woods and drink wood alcohol and
I would
hang
have
out?
to play you one of the radio stations down here, or up here, and...
well, what do you mean one of the radio stations? What does that mean, one of? How many radio stations they got in Aintree?
Well, one, but 90% of the time they're
There's the boogie board spot.
giving funeral commencement notices.
Oh, yeah. That ought to be big.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
But,
well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll give...
station down up here, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'll give Ned Beatty a big kiss for you.
Say it again?
I say, nice hearing from Aintree. It's our first call ever, I think.
Yeah, well, I'll call back sometime if I can get in touch here.
Okay, if you can make ends meet.
There you go.
Okay, good luck to you, pal.
Hey, you too.
Hang in there. Wow. Are we big or what? This show is like spreading out like a gigantic disease on your radio dial. Getting a call from Aintree. Boy. Ned Beatty would have heard that. He couldn't sit down for a week just hearing the call. Fort Lauderdale.
Hello.
Do you think we could have Ned Beatty doing the pig reports? Yes, sir.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Now, I hope everybody here saw Deliverance. I mean, they're looking at me like, what? What is that? Go ahead, sir.
I'm mad as hell and wish I didn't have to take it anymore.
Howard Beale Jr.
That's right. I just got back from getting my driver's license renewed.
Yeah.
I go up to this place. First of all, I charge...
Did you bring your green card?
I did.
That's
good. And the first thing they did was they wanted to charge $5 extra for a motorcycle endorsement. You know, just $5 because they needed the money.
What do you mean? Like you're doing Suzuki spots now or something? What do you mean, motorcycle endorsement?
For a motorcycle license.
Oh, I see.
Put on the license.
I got you.
Yeah. Then get up there and take the whole deal, and then they said, okay, here's your license, and it's good for 4 years. And the guy next to me's license was good for 6 years.
Yeah, but you got a ticket.
I made a U-turn in 1989.
Sir, I have the same thing. I got caught on radar. I have one ticket in the last, 6 years or something like that, and she gave me a 4-year license because I have a ticket on my record.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
And I said, honey, take this license and sit on it and do perpendicular facelifts and whatever else. And she just looked at me and said, get the hell out of here and don't ever come back.
So you got to go back in 4 years and pay another $20.
That's right.
Bunch of crooks.
It's another ripoff, sir. It's another great Florida ripoff.
They are.
And in the meantime, every illegal alien who just came in on a rubber raft is driving a 57 Chevy up Biscayne Boulevard 4 miles an hour with the wheels falling off.
Getting free gas.
Exactly. And expending a lot, too.
Well, that's all I had to say. I'm mad as hell, and I wish I didn't have to take it anymore.
Good luck to you, pal.
All right.
Get used to it. 1:55 at WIOD. I'm going to go home and kill frogs with ammonia all day. I'm going to all day and all night. I'm just going to hang out outside, kill frogs all day, all night. Just spray them. Gotcha. Boy. And here I've been friendly to those suckers all this time. You know, they hop around the front door, you come home at night, and you just let them kind of hop over your foot and give a little kick and get out of here, get out of my way. And you go in the house and forget about them. Not anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy. The only good frog is a dead frog. I wonder how much those toad eggs would be worth, huh? I got a good idea. We'll bring him in here and saute him in a little olive oil downstairs and pass him off to the staff as frog's legs. They'll never know the difference. Can you just see them all running around here foaming at the mouth? Let's feed a little to programming to middle and upper level management, although who would know the difference? They're always foaming at the mouth anyway. North Dade.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
The boy from Randall Thrill Hill got taken off the field today during practice with the Dolphins.
Meaning what? What do you mean he got taken off the field?
Well, evidently he injured himself.
What a shame.
And he's no longer going to be practicing for the rest of the day.
What did he do? Injure himself doing like...
he got tangled up with some other
He was gyrating under the goalposts?
Players.
Got his leg caught on the goalpost, gyrating.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like frogs either, or sushi.
Okay.
Have a good leg.
And you too. Maniac. 157 at WIOD. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
I'm a first-time caller.
Fantastic.
And I was wondering, when you got off work, if you can go down the street and kill the frogs or toads in my yard.
No, I think I'm going to be busy in my yard for a long time.
You know that
until I get my toad killing license, I don't think I can do it outside of my house.
after you got your satellite permit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you're in plantation, you got to get a toad killing permit, too. That's $600 per toad.
Well, I figured since one of our other neighbors called, I would call, too. I'm a neighbor of yours, too.
Are you really?
Yeah, the other satellite dish on the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you got a permit, right?
Just went, no, we put it in without a permit. Then we went and got the
Well,
permit.
that's what I always do.
That's fun.
Yeah. Because then you can still watch it all the while that they're finagling and haggling. You don't have to worry about waiting until they come and kiss you on the ring.
A real pain in the butt.
So how's Chad doing over there across the street?
I don't know. When are they going to move out of there?
What? You don't like our neighbors?
I like the neighbors.
Oh,
I
those
think
are
it's great.
That family is like just great. They got like 600 cars, and they're always out there working on the cars and running around naked. That's a great family. They're like all American. They're a hardworking, down-to-earth, homespun, great folks. They really are.
You think they'd work on our cars?
I doubt it. Maybe for the... And then right next to you, there's also another place where they work on cars. If your house is the one I think it is on the corner.
With the empty lots on either side.
With empty lots on either side?
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the street. You're talking someone else.
No, I'm talking on the other side of my street, on the end, on the corner.
I live across the street from them.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I got you.
Our dish is hidden.
Well, that's good. That's the way to do it. When in doubt, hide it out.
That's right.
Okay, well, listen, if I get done in time, I'll come over and spray for you for you.
Sounds great.
See ya.
Thanks, Neil.
Boy, what is it?
Can I come over to your house and watch your satellite TV?
No.
What the hell was that all about?
Oh, he's lonely. I don't know what his story is. He's just got no life. I don't want him over at my house watching anything, okay? Oh, sorry, Rick.
Can I bring a Coke and put it in your freezer, or maybe some vanilla ice cream? And
I'm trying to live up to my image as a hermit, okay? I'm just locking the door and letting nobody in. Just locking the dogs out, too. They're on their own now. If they run into some bad stuff in the backyard, that's their problem. They sure dropped enough of their own back there.
Johnny Dark.
Again, but that's what do you expect for this price? Payphone Challenge, the highlight this afternoon. They had a big